16. They're off and pacing on the inside. Noble Time way on the outside. Coming away second. American Bandstand. Irish Pretty Boy is way on the outside, winging up to get that lead. That's Irene's Pretty Boy, the early leader, racing in second now. Along the inside comes Noble Time, coming on third along the rail, and now pulling from third, American Bandstand. They turn for home the first time on a short lead. That's Irene's Pretty Boy. They go for that first quarter. It's Irene's Pretty Boy on the inside. Up the challenge now on the outside and get the lead. That's Earthquake Jake. Earthquake Jake goes by that first quarter in 30-1. Up and challenging now on the outside. Here comes Noble Time. Noble Time now gets the lead. Earthquake Jake racing in second with Irene Pretty Boy in third. American Bandstand now racing in fourth. Majestic Pride in fifth, coming on sixth. Mr. Chi-Town and the trailing horse Satanic Boom. Head for that half-mile marker, the leader. Noble Time by 1. Earthquake Jake is right there in second as they went to half. 101 and 4. Down the backside they go with Noble Time, the leader. Here on the outside now, here comes American Bandstand, the challenge for the lead. That's American Bandstand on the outside. Noble Time on the inside. They go head and head for that lead. Earthquake Jake's a close-up third. Irene's Pretty Boy in fourth. Park fifth on the outside. Mr. Chi-Town, Satanic Boom. They go by that three-quarters on a short lead. It's Noble Time 1:33. They're double-decked around the turn. They turn for home with Noble Time on a short lead. That's American Bandstand coming on second, right behind him in third along the inside. Earthquake Jake. Noble Time three-quarters of a length on the outside. That's the American Bandstand down along the rail. Earthquake Jake coming on strongly now. Satanic Boom. Noble Time. Got it. They're in the turn. They're off and pacing on the inside. Scat back out there for that early lead. Snappy Tross come away second, up to be third now. On the outside, that's I Ain't Gonna Stop. I Ain't Gonna Stop from the outside now. Grabs that lead. Scat back right there in second with Snappy Tross in third. That's Tabasco coming on fourth. St. Eddie, Best Behavior at the end. They're in the stretch the first time. I Ain't Gonna Stop, the leader by 2.5 lengths. Scat back in second by 1.5 lengths with Snappy Tross in third. Tabasco now is a closer fourth, coming on fifth. That's St. Eddie at the end, is Best Behavior. They went by the first quarter in 30-1. Head for the finish line the first time. I Ain't Gonna Stop's the leader. The challenger second now on the outside. That's Tabasco. Tabasco from the outside now gets that lead. I Ain't Gonna Stop is racing in second. Scatback is third along the inside. Snappy Tross is out and going in fourth. That's St. Eddie in fifth. Still trailing the field is Best Behavior. They went by the half in 101 and 1. Tabasco the leader, 1.5 lengths. I Ain't Gonna Stop racing in second. Park third on the outside. That's Snappy Tross. Scatback right there in fourth. St. Eddie now comes on to be fifth with Best Behavior at the end. They go for that final quarter of a mile. Tabasco keeps that lead by 1. I Ain't Gonna Stop is second along the inside. Snappy Tross is still parked third on the outside, coming on to be fourth now. That's St. Eddie. The three-quarters in 1:32 and 4. Halfway around the turn, the leaders Tabasco, 3/4 of a length. Snappy Tross is still parked second on the outside. Third along the inside, I Ain't Gonna Stop. Coming on fourth now at St. Eddie. Down the stretch they pace. Tabasco the leader, 2.5 lengths. I Ain't Gonna Stop racing in second with the Scat back in third. but it's going to be Tabasco in front. The mile in 2:01 and 4. They reach the backside and they're picking up speed. Abby Marshall lags behind. They're off and trotting with the Moon Randolph in the middle for the early lead. Poco Tilly on the outside. Talcott Michelle along the rail. Right behind him in fourth comes Joe Bell. Around that turn, head for that first quarter of a mile on the inside. That's the Moon Randolph. Park second on the outside. That's Poco Tilly. Poco Tilly just went off stride. Your leader now is Moon Randolph, a tight length. Talcott Michelle is trotting in second with the Joe Bell a close third. Joe Bell is now out and going. They went by the first quarter 31 seconds straight. And from the outside now, Joe Bell gets that lead. That's Moon Randolph trotting in second with Talcott Michelle in third. In the fourth now comes Tidy Philly. Trotting in fifth along the inside, that Gypsy Flame. Abby Marshall in sixth, Candace K. And the trailing horse is Poco Tilly. They go for that half-mile marker with the Joe Bell, the leader by 2.5 lengths. Moon Randolph is trotting in second with the Talcott Michelle a closer third. Tilly Philly is in fourth, out and going fifth now on the outside. That's Gypsy Flame to half, 102 and 3. Down the backside they trot with the Joe Bell, keeping that lead by 2. Moon Randolph is still second and he's out and going now. In the third on the outside, Tilly Philly and Talcott Michelle. Head for the final quarter of a mile. It's Joe Bell on the inside, Moon Randolph on the outside. They go heading in for that lead. Talcott Michelle is trotting in third with Tidy Philly now. Fourth on the outside, coming on fifth along the rail. That's Abby Marshall. The 3/4 in 1:33 and 4. They turn for home with the Joe Bell on a short lead. Moon Randolph is still parked second on the outside. It's Joe Bell on the inside. Moon Randolph is not giving up on the outside. Coming on third now, that's Talcott Michelle. That's Joe Bell with Moon Randolph. Joe Bell and Moon Randolph. It's Joe Bell in front. $16. They're off and pacing in the middle comes Mr. Chi-Town, Shane 80 on the outside. Down along the inside, that's Amadeus Wolf. And way on the outside comes Majestic Prize. Down along the inside now, Amadeus Wolf is on a short lead. The challenger second on the outside comes Majestic Prize. In the third along the inside, Mr. Chi-Town. Somebody new now comes on fourth. They're in the stretch the first time in from the outside to get that lead. That's Majestic Pride. Racing in second is Amadeus Wolf. In third along the inside is Mr. Chi-Town. Up to be fourth now on the outside comes St. Eddie. In the fifth, that's Somebody New. They went the first quarter in 30 and 4. Under the finish line the first time, Majestic Prize has that lead a length and a half. It's St. Eddie now the challenger second on the outside. Amadeus Wolf is racing in third. Mr. Chi-Town comes on fourth with Somebody New in fifth. Racing in sixth now, that's Countryside. Up to B7 is My Goal. Racing in eighth, that's News Director. The trailing horse is Tax-Free Income. They went by the half in 102 and 2. Your leader is St. Eddie by 1. The challenger second on the outside now is Amadeus Wolf. Majestic Pride is third along the inside with Somebody New coming on fourth. They go for that final quarter of a mile. St. Eddie's on a short lead. The challenger second now on the outside. That's Amadeus Wolf. Here comes Somebody New to be third now, second on the outside. The 3/4 in 1:33 and 4. They turn for home with St. Eddie the leader by a length and a half with Somebody New second on the outside. Amadeus Wolf is third along the rail. Down the stretch they come. It's St. Eddie on a short lead. Up on the outside and now challenge for that lead. Here comes somebody new. That's somebody new on the outside. On the inside, that's St. Eddie. Somebody new on the outside. Here comes News Director with a late charge. But it's somebody new in front. The mile in 2:04 and 2. Tom's baby lags behind. Off and pacing with Robin Starbright on the inside. In the middle of the track comes Diamond Glow, and way on the outside, that's Ideal Echo. Around that turn they go on the inside. Robin Starbright's on a short lead. Coming away second there along the inside now. When it comes a Cappuccina. That's a Robin Starbright, the leader, a length and a half. Cappuccino racing second, up to be third now. On the outside is Ideal Echo. They go by that first quarter of a mile with Robin Starbright, the leader, in 30 seconds straight. Robin Starbright's got the lead, a length and a half. Cappuccino's racing in second with Ideal Echo dropping in third, out and going fourth now on the outside. Here comes Diamond Glow, fourth, third, first on the outside. That's Diamond Glow, your new leader, with Robin Starbright racing second along the inside. Cappuccino is now third. Ideal Echo is racing fourth along the inside. Miss Sharon Lee is now in fifth. Plum Peachy comes on to be sixth, racing in seventh now. Ada Jenna racing in eight along the inside. That's Bittersweet Lady with the trailing horse, Dom's Baby. They went by the half, a minute and 4/5. Robin Starbright keeps that lead. That's Diamond Glow racing second. A three-wide move down the backside. There goes Plum Peachy. Plum Peachy from the outside now gets that lead. That's Robin Starbright now racing in second. Dropping back in third there is Diamond Glow. Up to be fourth on the outside is Ada Jenna. They go by that three-quarters now, and your leader is Plum Peachy by 2.5 lengths. The three-quarters in 1:30 and 3. That's Plum Peachy, the leader, by 2.5. Racing in second along the inside, that's Robin Starbright. And down the stretch they come with Plum Peachy keeping that lead by 2.5 lengths. Makes that 3.5 now with Robin Starbright. Off stride there was Ada Jenna. It's Plum Peachy just cruising. Up to be second is Miss Sharon Lee. Time for the mile. Sixteen. They're off and pacing with the news director out sharply for that early lead. American Bandstand came away second with Countryside in third. Coming on fourth now, that's Andre Society. And way on the outside, that's Tax-Free Income. The news director is on the lead by 2.5 lengths. American Bandstand second on along the rail. Coming on third now on the outside. Tax-Free Income with Countryside in fourth. They turn for home the first time. News director a length and a half. Tax-Free Income drops in second with American Bandstand in third as they went the first quarter in 30 and 3. News director, the leader, a length and a half. Here comes American Bandstand now on the outside to challenge and get the lead. American Bandstand on the outside, the leader, 3/4 of a length. In second now, that's News Director. Tax-Free Income racing in third with Countryside, now racing in fourth. In fifth now, Andre Society, that's Snappy Truss, and the trailing horse is Fox Valley Stealth, and he just went off stride. They went by the half a minute straight. Your new leader is American Bandstand by 1. News Director's right there, second by 3.5 lengths with Tax-Free Income in third. Coming on now, that's the Countryside. They go for that final quarter of a mile. It's American Bandstand, 3/4 of a length. Out and going once again. Here comes News Director. Right behind him is Countryside. And 3 wide down there is Andre Society. Around the far turn they go on the inside. American Bandstand on the outside. Here comes the news director. News director on the outside. American Bandstand on the inside. Coming on third now. That's Andre Society. The 3/4 and 1:30 and 2. They're in the home lane. American Bandstand keeps that lead by 1. The news director racing second. Coming from far back now. Here comes Snappy Trot. It's American Bandstand. Here comes Andre Society to get the lead. Andre Society and Snappy Trot. It's Andre Society, Snappy Trot, and American Bandstand in 2 minutes and 4/5. $16. They're off and pacing him way on the outside comes I Ain't Gonna Stop in between horses. That's Earthquake Jake, and down on the inside comes Satanic Boom. And from the outside now to get that lead is Earthquake Jake. Coming on second along the rail, that's Satanic Boom. Tabasco drops in third. I Ain't Gonna Stop now racing in fourth. Coming on fifth is Steady Be Good. They're in the stretch the first time, and the leader is Earthquake Jake, the leader by 3/4 of a length. They go by that first quarter in 30 seconds straight. Up to get the lead now, that's Satanic Boom coming on second on the outside. Here comes Tabasco. Satanic Boom, a half length. Tabasco on the outside grabs that lead. Satanic Boom now racing in second with Earthquake Jake in third. Meadowell Wood comes on sharply fourth. I Ain't Gonna Stop is now racing in fifth. Coming on sixth, that's Jack Dugan, and the trailing horse, it's Steady Be Good. Tabasco now your new leader, a length and a half up to be second now on the outside. Comes the Meadow Wellwood with Satanic Boom. Third along the inside to half. 59 and 3. They go for the final quarter of a mile. Meadow Wellwood from the outside grabs that lead. Tabasco now racing in second. Coming on third on the outside. That's Jack Dugan. Satanic Boom is fourth along the inside. Head for the final quarter of a mile. Meadow Wellwood by 2.5 lengths. Tabasco is second by 3/4 of a length with Jack Dugan parked third on the outside. Satanic Boom is fourth along the inside. Earthquake Jake is now coming on once again. The 3/4, 1:28 and 3. They turn for home with Meadow Wellwood out there by 4.5 open lengths. Tabasco's coming on once again in second. Up on the outside now. Here comes Earthquake Jake. Here comes Jack Dugan. And down along the inside, Satanic Boom is flying. At Meadow Wellwood. Here comes Satanic Boom. Got it. 1:59 and 4. A stake for 2-year-old trotters. 9 trotters behind the gate. A late scratch is number 7, Coupe de Rick. They've reached the backside now, and they're picking up speed. They're off and trotting in the middle goes Florida Station down along the inside. That's Noble Arsenal. Come away third is R-Row with the Fire Base. Around the far turn they go with Florida Station, grabbing the lead by 3.5 lengths. Noble Arsenal now trotting in second, coming on third along the inside. That's R-Row, fourth along the rail. Fire Base up to be fifth on the outside. It's Jolly T as they go for that first quarter of a mile. Florida Station the leader by 3.5 lengths. Noble Arsenal trotting in second by 5 with the R-Row in third. No time on the board for that first quarter as they go for the finish line the first time. It's still on the front end by a length and a half. It's Florida Station. Noble Arsenal trotting in second up to be third. Now comes Jolly T. He's now second and going after the lead. They go for the half-mile marker with Florida Station on a short lead, but Jolly T from the outside now gets that lead. That's Jolly T on the outside, the leader 3/4 of a length. Florida Station trotting in second with Noble Arsenal a closer third. R-Row now trotting in fourth and fifth. That's Fire Base. Racing in sixth now, that's Heather McMahon. Up to be 7 down the rail comes Quigley Randolph. They trot for that final quarter of a mile. It's Jolly T, the leader, a length and a half. And second along the inside is Florida Station. Still trotting in third. It's Noble Arsenal with R-Row closing the gap in fourth, and Firebase is now trotting in fifth. Around the far turn they go. Jolly T, the leader, a length. Right there in second is Florida Station. Noble Arsenal is trotting in third with the RO in fourth. They turn for home with Jolly T on a short lead. Here comes the Florida Station now, out and driving on the outside. That's Jolly T on the inside. Florida Station on the outside. They go head and head for that lead with Noble Arsenal coming on. Now it's Florida Station, your new leader. Noble Arsenal up to be second, and Jolly T. It's going to be Florida Station in front. If you turn to page 7 of your program, we have a non-wagering race. This is the second division of the Private Bud, a stake for 2-year-old trotters. 2 driver changes in this race. On number 1, No Man's Land, Lynn Wilfong will drive. And on number 2, Arthur Marshall, it'll be Ken Crawford in the bite. Now they're heading for the backside as we get ready for the start. JB lags behind. They're off and trotting and going off stride at the start was the Federal Arsenal. Down along the inside, that's Arthur Marshall, but now he goes off stride as No Man's Land gets to the inside to get that early lead. Coming on second now along the inside is the Gambits. Up to be third now on the outside comes the Fighting Yankee. Around the turn and into the stretch the first time. It's No Man's Land trotting out there by a length and a half. And second along the inside, that's Gambit. They go by that first quarter of a mile in 32-4 with the No Man's Land, the leader by a length and a half. In second now is Gammon by a length and a half. Coming on third on the outside, that's Arthur Marshall, Fighting Yankee, trotting in fourth and fifth along the inside. That Federal Arsenal up to be sixth now. I'm Her Brother in seventh, that's Heather Claude. Trotting in eighth now, that's Tourist Attraction. And the trailing horse is the JB as they trot for that half-mile marker. It's the No Man's Land, the leader a length and a half. The Gambus is trotting in second, Park third on the outside. That Arthur Marshall going off stride once again there was Heather Claude. They go in by the half in 106. The leader 3/4 of a length is No Man's Land. Still Park second on the outside. That Arthur Marshall with Gambus third along the inside. Federal Arsenal is still fourth on the outside. Fifth along the rail. It's Fighting Yankee. They trot for that final quarter of a mile. Splitting horses now. There goes Gambus to get that lead. Right behind him in second comes Federal Arsenal dropping back in third. That's No Man's Land. And Arthur Marshall the 3/4. 138-2. They turn for home. The Gambus the leader by 2.5 lengths. At Federal Arsenal still trotting in second. Arthur Marshall trying to come on in third with the Fighting Yankee. Down the stretch they come. It's Gambus a half a length. Once again, here comes Federal Arsenal. Oh no, Federal Arsenal just went off stride. It's going to be Gambus in front, off stride at the wire. No Man's Land. Also off stride at the wire is Arthur Marshall. They went that mile in 2:08.
Now the field moves into the club turn. They're off and trotting along the rail. Cooper's Pride going for the lead. On the outside, Rear View Window moves up a challenging second. Then Miss Prairie Mist racing in third by 2. Then Arsenal's Dynasty along the rail in fourth. To the outside, Chargerette racing in fifth. Into the stretch now for the first time. Up front, your leader by a length On the outside taking command, that's Rearview Window. Cooper's Pride back to second, Chargerette. Hung out on the outside in third, Miss Prairie Mist. Racing fourth by 5. Then it is Mary Emily. Racing there in sixth, a gap of about 7. Arsenal's Dynasty, gap of about 9 to Ella Bomar. Then it's Woken Omen, and far back trailing is Sarang. They go around the clubhouse turn. Up front, Cooper's Pride regains the lead. He draws out now by 2. Off stride is Rear View Window. That leaves Chargerette. Now moving into second. The half was in 102-1. Then to the outside racing in third is Ready, make that Miss Prairie Mist in third. They head for the far turn. Cooper's Pride is the one to catch. Then on the chase in second, Chargerette. Moving up to the outside in third. There goes Miss Prairie Mist. These 3 draw clear by about 5 lengths to Mary Emily. They start to turn for home. Cooper's Pride is showing the way by a length and a half. Then on the outside coming on in second, that's Miss Prairie Mist. Chargerette still there along the rail in third. Up front, Cooper's Pride is showing the way. Cooper's Pride has it by about 4. Then coming back, Chargerette for second. Here's the wire. Cooper's Pride has it by about 4. Chargerette second. Off stride at the wire for third, Miss Prairie Mist.
They're picking up speed. They're off and trotting with Belle Jada in the middle, getting the early lead. Up on the outside now to challenge for the lead comes French Lick, and it's French Lick from the outside to get that lead. Belle Jada is now trotting in second and third on the outside. That's Betty Irene, but Betty Irene just went off stride. The leader is French Silk by a length. And second along the inside, that's Belle Jada coming on third now. That's the Bay Meadows. They turn for home the first time. French Slick keeps that lead by a length and a half, but up on the outside now to challenge for the lead. Here comes Joe Bell. They went to first quarter in 31-1, and Joe Bell from the outside gets that lead. That's French Slick trotting in second with Tidy Philly now up to be second on the outside. Back to third is French Slick in the fourth. That's Belle Jada. Bay Meadows now trotting in fifth with Flirting Airs in sixth. Racing up to be seven, that's Betty Irene. And the thrilling horse is Fox Valley Windsong as they head for the half-mile marker. It's the Joe Bell out there by 2.5 lengths. And second along the inside, it's French Silk as they went to half. 102-1. They begin their long journey down the backside. Joe Bell keeps that lead by 3. Up to be second now on the outside comes Tidy Philly, and going off stride was French Sick. Off stride on the back end there was Betty Irene. They go for the final quarter of a mile. It's Joe Bell by 2.5 lengths with Tidy Philly trotting in second. Belle Jada now is a closer third. Up to be fourth on the outside comes Flirting Airs back to fifth along the inside. Along the rail there is the Bay Meadows, the 3/4 in 1:33-4. The leader by 3 open lengths now is Joe Bell. Coming on second on the inside, that's Tidy Philly. Belle Jada still coming in the middle of the track. They got an 1/8 of a mile to trot. It's Joe Bell, Tidy Philly. Here comes Flirting Airs. Joe Bell, Tidy Philly now coming on with Flirting Airs on the outside. Joe Bell, Tidy Philly. Close at the wire, Tidy Philly and Flirting Airs. $16. They're off and trotting with Cokerville on the inside. Up on the outside, a challenge for the lead now comes Cody going off stride there. Along the inside there was Repartee. Around the far turn they go with the Cody now. The early there dropping in second there was Cokerville. Gamby's Big Boy comes on in third and the fourth now along the inside. That's the Q's Magic. They turn for home the first time on the front end. It's Cody a length and a half. They go by that first quarter in 29 seconds straight with Cody the leader by a length and a half. In second is Cokerville. A gap to third now finds Gamby's Big Boy in fourth there. That's Diamond Hustler. In the fifth now, that's Q's Magic racing in sixth. Winner Quest in the trailing horse is Repartee. They bend right into that club turn with Cody the leader by 2. Cokerville is second by 8 open lengths with the Gamby's Big Boy. Third with Diamond Hustler now trotting in fourth. Coming on fifth along the inside there, that's Q's Magic with Winter Quest, and still trailing is Repartee. The half in 58 and 3, and now Cody opens up to lead by 5. That's Cokerville in second by 3.5 lengths with Gamby's Big Boy closing the gap in third. Q's Magic comes on fourth. Diamond Hustler drops back to fifth. Winter Quest, and far back is Repartee. Head for the final quarter mile. It's going to be Cody out there by 6 with Gamby's Big Boy. Now trotting in second at 3/4 in 1:29 and 4. They turn for home. It's Cody all by himself with Gamby's Big Boy racing in second. Coming on third on the outside, that's Q's Magic with Diamond Hustler. They got an 8 to go, and it's all Cody by 10 open lengths. Gamby's Big Boy trotting in second. Coming on third now on the outside, that's the Diamond Hustler. Put a ring around Cody as he just trots to the wire in 2:01 and 3. Up for second is Gamby's Big Boy. Diamond Hustler. '16. They're off and pacing on the inside. Ravina in between horses. That's Cash Station. On the outside, Lake Hill Leota. In between horses comes Bessie Dancer. From the outside now, that's Cash Station to get that lead. Bessie Dancer drops in second by 1 with Ravina in third. Racing in fourth now. Along the inside comes Lake Hills Leota. Up to be fifth, that Sunraiser with All Risk is at the end. They go for that first quarter of a mile with the Cash Station on front by 1. Right there in second by a length and a half is Betsy Dancer. Ravina is a close-up third. The first quarter went 29 and 3. Under the finish line the first time, the Cash Station's got it by 1. Betsy's Dancer right there in second by 1 with Ravina in third out and going for it. Now third on the outside comes Lake Hills Leota. Right behind him in fourth is All Risk as they bend into that club turn. The Cash Station's on a short lead. Lake Hills Leota is the challenger second now on the outside with All Risk racing in third. The Betsy Dancer in fourth and fifth along the inside. That's Ravina, and the trailing horse is the Sunraiser to half. 1:10 and 2. Down the backside they go, and from the outside, Lake Hills Leota puts her head in front. Right there in second yet is still the Cash Station. All Risk now coming on third, now second on the outside. They go for that final quarter of a mile. Lake Hills Leota's got that lead a length and a half. Park second on the outside. That's All Risk with the Cash Station. Third along the inside. The 3/4 in 1:30 and 1. They turn for home to Lake Hills Leota. Got that lead by 2.5 lengths. Cash Station now racing second along the inside. A late charge on the outside now. Here comes the Sunraiser. It's Lake Hills Leota. In between horses now to be second as Betsy Dancer. Lake Hills Leota, Sunraiser, and Betsy Dancer. It's going to be Lake Hills Leota in front. The mile in 2 minutes and 1/5. 16. They're off and pacing with Ideal Donna out in the middle. Down along the inside comes Shayna's Song. Out to be third now along the rail. That's Travel by Air. Fox Valley Red Hot to Bob's Ken Dreamin' Native Diane. Around that far turn they go with Ideal Donna now, the leader by 1. Shayna's Song is right there in second, a length and a half. Travel by Air comes on third. Fox Valley Red Hot is fourth along the inside. Bob's Ken's Dream with Native Diane at the end. They go by that first quarter in 29-2. There's no change on the front end. It's Ideal Donna, a tight length. Shayna's Song is right there in second. Travel by Air, Sarah up to be fourth. Now on the outside comes Bob's Ken's Dream. Native Diane is right behind him in fifth, and the trailing horse now, that's Fox Valley Red Hot. They've been into that club turn with Ideal Donna, the leader by 1. Shayna's Song is still right there in second with Travel by Air a close up third. Bob's Ken's Dream is now racing in fourth, up to be fifth. On the outside, that's Native Diane, and the trailing horse is Fox Valley Red Hot. They went to half, a minute and 1/5. Down the backside they go with Ideal Donna on a short lead. Up on the outside now. Here comes Travel by Air to get that lead ahead. Travel by Air on the outside ahead. Down along the inside. That's Ideal Donna still racing in second. Shayna's Song in third. Coming on fourth now on the outside. Bob's Ken's Dream, Native Diane. Fox Valley Red Hot still trails the field. Halfway around the turn. Travel by Air now. A half a length, 3/4 in 1:28-3. They turn for home, and it's Travel by Air on a short lead. Ideal Donna still second along the inside. Coming on third now in the middle of the track. That's Shayna's Song way on the outside, coming on fast. Here comes the Fox Valley Red Hot. Fox Valley Red Hot now on the outside. Bob's Ken's Dream and Travel by Air. Fox Valley Red Hot's gonna get it at the wire. 150. They're on the club turn. Sixteen. They're off and pacing in the middle of the track. That's a Spook way on the outside. Coming away with Prairie Nitro down along the inside. Here comes the St. Eddie. St. Eddie between horses now grabs that early lead. Down along the inside now racing second. Duo Golden Nugget racing wide around the turn. There was the Spook coming between horses there. That's the Black Cadillac. Into the stretch the first time on the front end by a length and a half. It's St. Eddie Duo Cotton Nugget now racing second, up to be third on the outside. Comes the Spook. First quarter in 27-4. St. Eddie leads them to the finish wire the first time a length and a half. Park second on the outside. That's the Spook racing in third. Dual Cotton Nugget coming on fourth now along the inside. Black Cadillac Prairie Nitro now fifth along the inside, coming on sixth on the outside. ACL up to be seven now is Skipper Triple. They head for that half-mile marker with St. Eddie on the front end by 2. They went to half 58-2. Down the backside they pace with St. Eddie, keeping that lead a length and a half with Dual Cotton Nugget now racing in second. The Black Cadillac is racing in third. Spook is dropping back and forth with ACL now coming on fifth on the outside. They go for that final quarter of a mile. St. Eddie keeps the lead by 2. Park second on the outside. That's Dual Cotton Nugget coming through along the inside now. To be second, it's the Black Cadillac up to be third on the outside. It's ACL in fourth along the inside. Comes Color Our Fortune. They turn for home the 3/4 in 1:29. It's still the St. Eddie. He's got that lead a length and a half. The Black Cadillac is now second on the outside. ACL is in third, and coming between horses now, that's Color Our Fortune. Color Our Fortune in between horses, the Black Cadillac. There's 6 across the track, and coming on the fastest of all to get it at the wire is going to be Historical Society. Up to be second is Skipper Triple in 2 minutes and 1/5.
The field of 2-year-old filly are in the clubhouse turn. "16. And they're off and pacing. That's Friendly Sensation out quickly for the early lead on the far outside. That's Lake Hills Rosie, and it's these two as they go into that first turn. On the inside, Friendly Sensation on a short lead, but here comes Lake Hills Rosie. It's Lake Hills Rosie up to get that lead. Friendly Sensation is second. Bodacious Bonnie comes on third. Fiddle Bit 2 is fourth. Racing in fifth now, that's the Cash Station with Russian Beauty. They go off the opening quarter 29-2. By the stands the first time, it's Lake Hills Roadier leader a length and a half. Racing in second. Friendly Sensation by a length and a half. Bodacious Bonnie is third. Coming on now to be fourth into the clubhouse turn is Fiddle Bit 2 on the outside in fifth. Comes J Indian Princess down along the rail now to B6. Finds the Cash Station. Now Cash Station is out. Coming through along the inside to B7. That's Russian Beauty. Lynn's Reply, the early trailer. The half was 101-4, 32-2 second quarter. On the backside they go. It's Lake Hills Rosie, your leader by a length and a half, racing up to be second. Finds J Indian Princess down along the rail in third. Comes Friendly Sensation on the outside fourth. That's the Cash Station down along the rail in fifth. Finds the Bodacious Bonnie. Lynn's Reply is sixth, racing seventh. Fiddle Bit 2 on the outside, that's Russian Beauty. They're double-decker, three quarters, 131-4, 30 seconds for the third quarter. They turn for home on the inside. Lake Hills Rosie on a short lead on the outside. That's the J Indian Princess down along the rail to be third. Finds Friendly Sensation. Through the stretch, it's Lake Hills Rosie the leader. Down along the rail, that's Friendly Sensation on the outside. Bodacious Bonnie. But it's Lake Hills Rosie holding on. Friendly Sensation was second. Bodacious Bonnie was third. The mile 2:01.
They're picking up speed. They're off and pacing from the outside. Sportsman Society down along the inside. Anna, Bobana. In between horses now comes Sportsman way on the outside. Coming up to be second, there comes a My Baby Cake. Around the far turn they go on the short lead from the outside. That's My Baby Case down along the inside, racing in second at Sportsman Society. In third now, that's Anna, Bobana. They go for the quarter on the front, and that's My Baby Case, the leader, a length and a half right there in second by a length and a half. Sportsman Society, Anna. Bobana is now racing in third. Lady Pestico comes on fourth. That's Fox Valley Jam Line racing in fifth as they went to first quarter. 29 seconds straight. They go into the club turn with the My Baby Cakes, the leader by one. Sportsman Society is right there in second. Out and going third now, that's Anna, the Bobana. Up to be fourth on the outside. That's Lady Pestico coming on fifth along the inside. It's Bittersweet Lady. They went to half, a minute and 3/5. Down the backside they go. My Baby Cakes keep that lead by two. Up to be second now on the outside. That's Anna, Bobana, third along the inside. That's Sportsman Society. Lady Pestico is parked fourth on the outside. Bittersweet Lady is now racing in fifth with Fox Valley Jan Mine in sixth and Pistol Sister. Go for the final quarter of a mile. It's still My Baby Cakes, 3/4 of a length. Anna Bobana's parked second on the outside. Going three wide around the turn now. Here comes the Lady Pestico, 3/4 in 1:30. They're in the home lane, and it's still My Baby Cakes out for the drive now. Here comes Sportsman Society in the middle of the track. That's Lady Pessico. That's My Baby Cakes. Sportsman Society coming on with Lady Pessico. My Baby Cakes is got it. 1:59 for the mile. They're in the club turn. $16. Pair off and pacing with Skip and Susan in the middle. On the outside, Fantastic Fiddler. Down along the rail, that's Armbro Hilda. In between horses now to get the early lead is Skip and Susan Park. Second on the outside, that's Fantastic Fiddler. Coming on third along the inside, that's Armbro Hilda. Racing in fourth now, that's Woodness. Around the turn into the stretch the first time, and from the outside now, Fantastic Fiddler gets that lead. They go by that first quarter in 29-1 with Fantastic Fiddler opening up to lead by 3. Skip and Susan now pacing in second. Armbro Hilda a closer third. On to be fourth along the inside. That's Woodness up to be fifth on the outside now. That's Dallas Dolly sixth along the inside. Fly First Class. Reveille is racing in seventh, and the trailing horse Sugar Valley Do It. They go for that half-mile marker with Fantastic Fiddler. The leader, 3/4 of the length up to be second now on the outside. Comes Armbro Hilda and third along the inside. That's Skip and Susan. They went to half a minute and 4/5. They go down the backside. Fantastic Fiddler a half a length. Still Park second on the outside. That's Armbro Hilda third along the inside now. That's Skip and Susan. Woodness is fourth on the outside. Coming on fifth, that's Dallas Dolly. Racing in sixth along the inside. Got no place to go is Fly First Class. Around the far turn, they're in a bunch. You got a hunch. Who do you like out there? That's Fantastic Fiddler still keeping that lead. Down along the inside, racing in second. That's Skip and Susan. Armbro Hilda Park third on the outside. They're in the home late. Fantastic Fiddler now a length and a half. Out and driving between horses now. Here comes Skip and Susan. Here comes Armbro Hilda. Way on the outside, that's Woodness. And farther out now, it's Dallas Dolly. Look who's coming through along the rail to get it all. It's Fly First Class. $16. Terror off and pacing with Crabtree Girl, striking oil in the middle and way on the outside, coming away. Battling Queen down along the rail. That's Misty Betty. Now Misty Betty on the rail gets the short lead, racing second on the outside. That's Crabtree Girl going 3 wide. Around the turn is Battling Queen, dropping right there in fourth, striking oil. They're in the lane the first time. Misty Betty on a short lead as they go by that first quarter in 29-1. And it's Misty Betty leading by a length and a half with Striking Oil right there in second up to be third. Now second on the outside, that's Battling Queen. Battling Queen from the outside now gets the lead. Misty Betty still racing second along the rail. In third there is Striking Oil. Park fourth on the outside, that's Masked Lady. Coming on fifth now, Crabtree Girl. Racing up to be sixth, Imaginary High. Racing in seventh now is Enhancer. Racing 8 is Iron's First. Pumas at the end as they went to half. 58-3. Misty Betty keeps that lead. Battling Queen is parked second on the outside. Striking Oil is right there in third. Masked Lady parked fourth on the outside and fifth along the rail. Crabtree Girl with Imaginary High right there in sixth. As they go for that final quarter of a mile, it's still Misty Betty on a short lead. Battling Queen is second, going three wide with a kamikaze move now. Here comes the Masked Lady. Masked Lady three wide on the outside, puts her head in front, down along the rail, still right there in second. That's Misty Betty in between horses. That's Battling Queen coming on fourth now. On the outside, it's Irons first. They're in the stretch and they're fanning out for the drive. Masked Lady's on a short lead. That's Irons first now coming on second, up to be third on the outside. Here comes Enhancer. Enhancer on the outside gets a short lead with Irons first in second. But it's going to be Enhancer at the wire. Up to be second will be Crabtree Girl. They're picking up speed. They're off and trotting off straight at the start was L.A. King coming away on the inside to get the early lead at P. Fred Fardwar. Up to be second now in between horses. There comes the Mac Ranger. Mac Ranger now gets the early lead. Arsenal Dynasty is trotting in second and third along the inside as P. Fred Fardwar coming three wide around the turn on the outside. That's I'm Her Brother. They're in the stretch the first time. Mac Ranger's trotting out there a length and a half. I'm Her Brother is now trotting second on the outside and third along the inside. It's the P. Fred Fardwar. They go by the first quarter in 30-3. The leader is I'm Her Brother, a length and a half up to be second out on the outside. That's Arthur Marshall coming on third along the inside. Is Mac Ranger Park fourth on the outside. Now is Arsenal Dynasty. Into the club turn they go. On a short lead, it's I'm Her Brother. Park second on the outside. That's Arthur Marshall. Third along the inside, Mac Ranger trotting in fourth now. That's Arsenal Dynasty. Coming on fifth is P. Fred Fardwar. They went to half in 101-2. Down the backside they trot. On a short lead, it's I'm Her Brother. Still parked second. On the outside, that's Arthur Marshall with Arsenal Dynasty coming on third. Mac Ranger is fourth along the inside. Out and going fifth now on the outside. That's P. Fred Farwark up to be sixth now. Comes Fox Valley Emperor. They go for that final quarter of a mile. The leader is I'm Her Brother, three-quarters of a length. Arthur Marshall is parked second on the outside. Three wide around the turn now. That's Arsenal Dynasty. Going off stride around the turn was the P. Fred Fardwar. They're in the home lane. I'm Her Brother keeps the lead. A length and a half, but on the outside now, charging up to get the lead comes Arsenal Dynasty. That's I'm Her Brother on the inside. Arsenal Dynasty on the outside with a late charge by Fox Valley Emperor. Arsenal Dynasty in front. $16. They're off and trotting with No Man's Land. Out sharply for the lead. Up on the outside now to be second comes Pomo Mobile. Into that far turn they going from the inside now to get the lead. That's Awesome Andre going off stride. Was No Man's Land up to be second on the outside. Polo Mobile coming on third now along the inside. That's Jolly T. Trotting the stretch the first time on the front end. Awesome Andre's got the lead by 2.5 lengths. In second now, that's Jolly T. The first quarter in 30-4. Going off stride now, that's Federal Arsenal. Under the wire the first time. Awesome Andre by 3.5. Jolly T trotting in second. Polo Mobile now trotting in third. Heather McGinnis comes on fourth. That's charging on now, racing in fifth with Dirt Cheap trotting sixth along the inside with Noble Arsenal now 7 on the outside. They go by the half in 1:02.1. Down the backside they trot with Awesome Andre, the leader 2.5 lengths. Jolly T in second by 3.5 lengths. Polo Mobile is still trotting in third. Up to be third now on the outside comes Heather McGinnis. Racing in fifth now along the rail is Noble Arsenal. Go for the final quarter of a mile. It's the leader by 2.5 lengths is Awesome Andre. Jolly T is trotting in second. Back third along the inside at Polo Mobile. Trotting up to be fourth on the outside. Now comes Heather McGinnis. Racing up to be fifth is Federal Arsenal. They turn for home now to 3/4 in 1:33. Down the stretch they come with Awesome Andre, the leader by 2.5 lengths. Jolly T is still trotting in second and coming from far back. That's Federal Arsenal. It's Awesome Andre. Federal Arsenal is coming on sharply up to be second, but it's going to be Awesome Andre in front as they went a mile in 2:04.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the management of the Fox...
'16. They're off and trotting with Arthur Marshall in the middle. On the outside, Maringo Pete came away second with P. Fred Fardwark in between horses. Third and charging on is now fourth along the inside. Coming on fifth is No Man's Land. Around that turn they go. Arthur Marshall opens up to lead by 4. Going off stride around that turn there was Heather McGinnis. During the stretch the first time, it's Arthur Marshall out there by 6 open lengths. Racing in second now is Maringo Pete. In third now that's P. Fred Fardwark. They went by the first quarter in 29 seconds straight. Under the finish wire the first time, Arthur Marshall's out there by 10. Maringo Pete trotting in second by 4.5 lengths. P. Fred Fardwark is now in third. Sarang is trotting in fourth. Charging on is now coming on fifth in the sixth. That's Heather McGinnis back trotting in seventh. No Man's Land in the trailing horse is done darn cheap. Go by that half mile in 58 3. All by himself out there. That's Arthur Marshall now by 15. Maringo Pete trotting in second. P. Fred Fardwark now coming on third. Sarang is trotting in fourth with Charging on in fifth. Coming on sixth. Heather McGinnis off stride once again. It's No Man's Land. Go for the final quarter of a mile. Arthur Marshall has got it by 15. Maringo Pete is trotting in second. P. Fred Fardwark coming on third. Sarang is fourth along the inside. Charging on is fifth. Their turn for home to 3/4. 1:29 1. It's Arthur Marshall still out there by himself. In second now, that's Maringo Pete. P. Fred Fardwark is coming on third. They got an 1/8 of a mile to go with Arthur Marshall. Maringo Pete. P. Fred Fardwark charging on now. It's coming on. But put a ring around Arthur Marshall. 2:02 4 for the mile.